There's a moment on a peach tree that decides your whole harvest, and most folks walk right past it. The blossoms have fallen, and in their place little green swellings appear. Your baby peaches, just beginning. And right here, at this tender stage, is where the whole season is won or lost. One wrong move now, done out of pure excitement, and those little peaches drop before they ever grow. I want you to stop and think about this for a second, because it goes against everything the eager gardener wants to do. When you see those first fruits set, every instinct says do more, water more, feed more, fuss more, and that is exactly the mistake. What a peach tree needs at this stage isn't more of everything. It's the right care and mostly a steadier, gentler hand than you'd think, and one bold move that feels wrong but makes all the difference. Let me tell you who I am. My name is Jacob Miller. I'm an Amish farmer out in the Holmes County settlement here in Ohio, and my wife is Rebecca. This is plain old orchard sense, nothing to buy, nothing fancy, the kind of care that grows a peach worth biting into. I'll be honest about the title. There's no secret trick here, only a few things done right at the right moment, and one of them the eager gardener almost never does. Let me show you. Before we get into it, if you like learning the old ways of doing things, do two small things for me. Tap that like button down there. It helps this little channel more than you'd ever guess. And subscribe, so you can keep learning right alongside Rebecca and me. That's all I'll ask. Now, let's tend that peach tree. Here's how it'll go. First, understanding the fruit drop, so you don't panic. Then the watering mistake nearly everyone makes. Then feeding it right. Then the one bold move that matters most of all. Thinning the fruit. Then light and air. Then mulch. And along the way, guarding those tender little peaches from pests. Number 1. Understand the drop, and don't panic. The very first thing, before you touch that tree, is to understand something that scares most gardeners half to death. During fruiting, it is completely normal to see some of the little peaches drop to the ground. Folks panic when they see it. Sure, something's gone wrong. Nothing's gone wrong. The tree is balancing itself. A peach tree sets far more fruit than it could ever ripen well, so it quietly casts off the excess, dropping the extra so the peaches that remain get more of the water, the nutrients, and the sugar. It's the tree protecting its harvest and its own health. So as long as most of your fruit is staying put and looking healthy, let those few drops fall and don't go interfering. The tree knows its own capacity better than you do. It's not failing, it's managing. Doing quietly and wisely the very thing you're about to help it do by hand. Understanding that one fact will save you a world of needless worry and a good deal of clumsy meddling. Number 2, don't drown it, the watering mistake. Here's where the excitement does real harm. Folks see the fruit forming, figure more water means faster growth, and start pouring it on. But too much water hurts a peach tree, and here's why. The roots need oxygen in the soil to work, and when the ground goes waterlogged and soggy, the oxygen is driven out and the roots suffocate and stress. And stressed roots can't feed the tree, which triggers even more fruit drop. The very thing you did to help makes it worse, so don't drown it. Keep the soil evenly, steadily moist. Damp a few inches down, but never muddy or soaked. And water deep and less often, not a little every day. A good deep soaking now and then draws the roots down strong and makes for a steadier tree. Even moisture, deeply given, that's the whole of it. Number 3, feed it right. Less nitrogen now, more potassium. The tree's needs change once fruit sets, and feeding it like it's springtime is a mistake. In early spring, nitrogen was good. It drove leaf and shoot. But now that the fruit is forming, too much nitrogen backfires. It pushes the tree to make more leaves and branches instead of putting its strength into the peaches, and that means smaller fruit, later ripening, even more drop. What the tree wants now is potassium. That's the one that builds fruit size, sugar, and quality, carrying the sweetness from the leaves into the peaches. Wood ash from clean, untreated wood is rich in it. So is a mild banana peel compost tea, since banana peels are full of potassium, composted and watered down gentle. Either way, feed lightly. Overfeeding shocks the roots and pushes leafy growth you don't want. A gentle hand feeds steady fruit. Number 4, thin the fruit. The bold move that matters most of all. Now here is the one that feels wrong and matters most, the thing the eager gardener almost never has the heart to do. Your peach tree has set far more fruit than it can ripen well. And if you leave all those little peaches crowded together on the branch, the tree's energy gets split 100 ways, and you end up with a mass of small, poor, flavorless fruit instead of fewer big, juicy, sweet ones. So you must thin them by hand. Go along the branches and gently remove the excess until there's just one peach left every 4 to 6 inches. I know, it feels like throwing away good fruit. But hear what it does. Each peach left gets its full share of sunlight, air, and nourishment, and swells to real size with real sweetness. And it does one more thing. It takes the load off the branches, which can bend, crack, or break under too much fruit. Fewer peaches, but bigger, sweeter, and better. And a tree that isn't tearing itself apart. This is the trick, if there is one. Don't skip it. Number 5. Give it light and air. As the peaches grow, sunlight and airflow decide their final quality. The leaves are the tree's solar panels. They catch the sun and turn it into the sugar that sweetens the fruit, so the more good, even light reaches the peaches, the sweeter they come. If the branches are too dense, the light can't reach the inner fruit, and those shaded peaches stay small, pale, and less sweet. So a little light pruning can help, but only a little, and only if truly needed, for hard pruning during fruiting stresses the tree. Take out just the crowded or crossing branches that block the light and the air, and good airflow matters as much. Crowded branches trap damp, and damp breeds fungus and pest trouble, while an open tree lets the leaves and fruit dry quick after rain. An open, airy tree is a healthy one, and needs far less spraying for it. Number 6. Mulch around the base. One more simple, powerful step. Lay a blanket of mulch over the soil around the base of the tree. Straw, dry leaves, or good compost. It steadies the soil temperature, keeping the roots cooler on hot days and a touch warmer on cold nights, and peach roots hate sudden swings. It holds moisture in, slowing evaporation so the soil stays evenly damp, which is just what growing fruit needs, and it heads off the fruit cracking and stress drop that come from soil going dry then wet. Straw, dry leaves, or composted material all do fine. Just keep the mulch back a few inches from the trunk so it doesn't hold damp against the bark and invite rot or pests. And through all of it, guard those tender little peaches from pests. Young peaches are soft and sweet and draw insects, aphids, which cluster under the leaves and on new shoots and suck the sap, weakening the tree, and fruit flies, which lay eggs right in the developing fruit. Check the tree every few days. Look under the leaves, at the new shoots, at the little fruits for spots or holes. Catching a small problem early is far easier than fighting a bad one later. For treatment, a mild, well-diluted neem or gentle soap spray handles the soft-bodied pests, but use it right, the way the old careful hand does. Spray in the cool of evening, never in the hot midday sun, so you don't scorch the leaves or harm the bees, which are quieter then. And never blast young peaches with a hard, strong spray. It damages their tender skin and strips their natural protective coating, leaving them open to sun scald and infection. Gentle and well-timed always. And remember the open, airy tree from a moment ago. Keep the branches from crowding, let the light and air move through, and you'll have far fewer pests and diseases to fight in the first place. Good airflow is half your pest control done for free. Now here's where it all comes together. When the little peaches form, don't panic at a few dropping. That's the tree balancing itself. Don't drown it. Keep the soil evenly moist, watering deep and seldom. Feed it light, with less nitrogen and more potassium. Wood ash or a mild banana peel tea. Thin the fruit to 1 every 4 to 6 inches. The bold move that makes all the difference. Open it gently to light and air. Mulch the base, kept back from the trunk. And guard the fruit from pests with a gentle, well-timed hand. That's the whole of it. And here's what that gives you. Fewer peaches, yes, but big ones, heavy and deep-colored and dripping sweet, off a tree that's balanced and strong instead of overloaded and stressed. That's the trade, and it's a fine one. A handful of magnificent peaches beats 100 sorry little ones every time. Now let me tell you why so few folks know this. There's no money in patience, and no money in telling you to do less. Nobody grows rich telling you to thin your fruit and water your tree a little less. The whole world would sooner sell you a bottle of something. So the plain old orchard wisdom, the steady hand, the bold thinning, the gentle care, quietly slipped away, and folks came to think a great peach was luck. It never was. It's knowing when to act and when to leave the tree be. So let me be straight with you about the title, the way I always am. Do this Amish trick immediately. The urgency is fair, for this stage really is the moment that decides your harvest, and the thinning really should be done while the fruit is still small. But there's no single magic trick, only a few honest things done right, and the willingness to thin fruit that feels a shame to remove. Do that, and the tree rewards you. So here's what I'd have you do this week. If your peaches have set, go out and thin them. 1 every 4 to 6 inches, and be brave about it, and lay a good blanket of mulch around the base, kept off the trunk. Then step back and let the tree do its work, and check it every few days for pests. That's the week. It'll feel like less, and it'll give you more. And bring the little ones in on it. Let them help thin the fruit, and use it to teach them the hardest, best lesson there is, that sometimes you let go of good things so the best things can grow. Let them lay the mulch and check under the leaves. What they'll learn is patience and care, and that the finest harvest comes from knowing when to act and when to trust the tree. Now I'd love to hear from you. Tell me down in the comments. How's your peach tree doing this year, and have you ever been brave enough to thin the fruit? Share it down there with the rest of us. Those old ways slip away when nobody passes them on, and I read everyone. Tend it gently, thin it bravely, waste nothing, and grow more than you need, so you can share the harvest with the people you love.